SourceFed, I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Meg Turney.
There's constant debate over whether or not the knowledge of right and wrong is innate. Are we born knowing what is moral and what isn't? Or are we taught those things? It's classic nature versus nurture. And for Christian Fernandez, this is a question that is constantly brought up in his life.
See, Christian Fernandez could become America's youngest ever lifer after being charged as an adult for murdering his 2-year-old brother at the age of 12.
Which in itself sounds vicious, and it is, but considering Christian was born to a 12-year-old mother and a 25-year-old father who actually received 10 years in prison for assaulting her, had a drug-abusing grandmother, was sexually abused by a cousin, and physically assaulted by a stepfather, the constant debate is, did this kid even have a chance? And is lifetime imprisonment too harsh a punishment for someone so young that's only known a life of torture and pain?
On June 3rd, 2011, deputies found Christian's younger brother David dead inside their apartment after Christian had repeatedly slammed his head against a shelf. Christian's mother, Susanna, admittedly left the boys at home alone, then returned home and found her 2-year-old son unconscious. Later, it was found that she had surfed the internet for 4 hours as her youngest child lay dying before she called the police. It was confirmed that David might have survived if he had been taken to the hospital sooner.
Christian's mother was charged with aggravated manslaughter and pled guilty in March and could face 30 years behind bars. But Christian is still charged as an adult for first-degree murder, and another felony charge came about when his half-brother told a psychiatrist that Christian sexually assaulted him. Throughout this whole time, Christian denied plans or intent to kill his brother and claimed that flashbacks of his abusive stepfather were the motive, and he was constantly detached emotionally when he was discussing the murder.
To play devil's advocate, I understand that Christian should suffer the consequences of his actions, especially after constant psychological evaluations of prosecutors say that Christian poses a significant risk of violence.
But to that, some say, yeah, of course he shows signs of violence. Show me a kid that's grown up in those circumstances and wouldn't act out in violence, rage, or any other way he only knew how.
If convicted of the crime, Christian's life sentence would be one of the most complex and difficult in Florida's court, and would possibly change juvenile defendant first-degree murder cases.
And it continues to beg the question, are we trying to serve justice while turning a blind eye to redemption and rehabilitation, or are we trying to serve justice by enforcing the strongest consequences for the actions?
So do you think this punishment is too severe, or is it just? Let us know in the comments down below.
I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Meg Turney.